Alright, let's try this review thing. So, I'm kinda doing this like as I go, so I don't really know how this is going to turn out, but with my crappy English and all, but anyway, let's try reviewing Prophecy of the Ancients by Gary Anthony Hurtle. And if this goes well, I'll probably upload it, which really doesn't matter, as if I didn't upload it, you would not know that I did not upload it, even though I planned to upload it. So I did not upload it, so you won't know. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's review this game. So it is a classic D-mod by Gary Anthony Hurtle, as I said, and I think it was released back in '99 or something, and it is really good for its time. I mean, most of D-mods back then were just basically very short with a few variable stuff. You know, it was a basic storyline, a short D-mod with some few cool things. I'm not saying they were bad or anything, but you know, they weren't as great as nowadays with all the things we know about Dinksy now. Anyway, the Prophecy of the Ancients storyline it was good. I mean the timeline things in movies and games is always kind of like overused in my opinion, but since it was the base of the storyline here, it really doesn't matter, as you don't really even, while you're playing the game, you don't even really remember you're like in the past and in a different timeline. You don't even notice those things, so it goes well by. But obviously there are some things that point to it in the beginning and the end of the game. And yeah, the storyline was, you always knew what the story was about, while first Dink has to go to the past to fix, he knows that he has to fix whatever gets broken in his own time, so he needs to fix that, he knows it, and then kind of through various events he finds out about the Goblin Wars and has to save the king from the goblins, and then he gets the mission to obviously destroy the goblins. And then it takes an interesting turn in the midway when Strike turns evil. But yeah, it's always, you always know that why you are playing the game. Basically, you always know that, and it is good in a game. And the gameplay, well, the gameplay wasn't, to be honest, it was great because of the length of the D-mod and because of the bonding that the story and the gameplay, as I said, like, you never have to wonder why are you actually playing the game, but the story actually creates the gameplay for you. So the gameplay, you are playing it to know what will happen when you move further, but then when it comes to basic things such as fighting, walking along distances, and dialogue, the gameplay is not actually that good. I would have to say the fighting is way too easy. I mean, if you watch my Let's Play, I basically beat Strike, the end boss, in like 3 strikes, and yeah, he didn't do much damage to me at all. And then you have the ice spell, which really, I mean, come on. It just makes the game ridiculous, basically. Only thing that is bad with it is that the ice can like do 1 damage to you, which really is as minimum of damage as you can get. So yeah, it's very, if the fighting is too easy in the game, let's just say that. And another thing is the long distances you have to walk. Wow, my recorder actually like cut in there. Anyway, yeah, as I was about to say, another thing bad about the gameplay is the long distances you have to walk. I mean, you have to, at least there's the teleport that teleports you to the first island. But other than that, if you want to do some things around the map, for example, go to the secret island, you'll have to like walk all the way back slowly to the first, to the other side of the map, which really is a pain in the ass, especially if you are trying to look for things, if you are trying to level up. I mean, herb boots would have been really nice in this game. I'm not gonna lie, herb boots would have been extremely good. I mean, they would not be necessary, but they would probably increase the gameplay score from everyone like with 5 points or something. I mean, really. Yeah, it's the herb boots would have been very, very nice. And then the dialogue. Well, the dialogue, how would I say it? Yeah, it can be seen that the creators of the game knew English very well and probably were English from their native language, but why the bad spelling? Why the bad, like, small letters in the beginning of sentence and that stuff? I mean, I don't get it. Sometimes it just seemed like they really didn't care, as if they were, they really didn't care about using big letters and things like that, when I think in the internet, on the forums, it really doesn't matter if someone uses like big letters and, you know, slang words and stuff. But in games, I think it's just a bad mistake, and it was a bad mistake in this demo too. I mean, at least it didn't seem like they were actually trying to do these things like slang words and things, but yeah, it's just they were just like it seemed like they were doing it in a hurry, typing, and just didn't bother checking if they wrote everything as it would have been better to write, let's put it that way. Next thing is the map of the game. Well, the map of the game, I really don't have much to say about it. The map of the game was good. It was basic. It wasn't good. It wasn't excellent. Neither was it bad by any means. It was just good. In the middle, I don't know. Yeah. Graphics, well, I don't really know if the graphics for this demo were ripped off the internet or other games, or were they actually made by Gary and Tony Hurdle themselves or someone else specifically for this demo. Is specifically a word? I don't know. Is specifically a word? Did I say it wrong? I don't know. I'm probably failing at English right now, but yeah, I don't know if they were made specifically. That word just doesn't seem right. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong or something. Anyway, yeah, if they were made for this demo, but the graphics pretty much owned. Back in the day when this demo was made, the graphics were probably the best around, and people were probably stunned by how good these graphics were. It's got a basic Dink graphics, it's got some tiles by Mike Snyder, and it's got the rune graphics, the dragon ice graphics, and was there something graphic to do with dragons? I don't remember. It was probably in another demod. But yeah, anyway, the graphics were very awesome. And next thing is the music. The last thing is the music. Well, the music, I find it in the older demods. The MIDI files are mostly of some kind of pop songs, which I really think don't fit in Dink atmosphere. I mean, if you have a music like it just doesn't fit in. Wow, I failed at that part. Wow, but I'm not gonna cut that out. I'm just gonna keep it there. Wow, I fail at imitating pop music. Wow. Anyway, yeah, that just doesn't fit Dink at all. Yeah, it's just at the end of the game the music started getting better, but for the most part it was just awful. It just didn't fit. It fit like the scenes and the areas, but just in RPG atmosphere, no way, it didn't fit at all. Oh, yeah. So yeah, overall this demod, the Prophecy of the Ancients, is a classic demod, which is definitely one of the best there is, one of the longest there is, and with one of the most interesting storylines there is. It's pretty much one of the best demods there is, but because of it's so old, many people are probably gonna argue because if it's old I shouldn't really point these things out, but because it's so old it has some things that just are bad, because Dinksy people hadn't learned about Dinksy as much back in the days. But yeah, overall I would give it 8 points, maybe 7.5, I don't know, I just give it 8 points. Yeah, 8 points seems fine. And demod, you should download the demod if you wanna play a classic demod. If you are not familiar with Dink, you will probably, if you just stumble upon it on the internet and don't know anything about Dink, you still wanna download Prophecy of the Ancients because, well, yeah, because it resembles classic RPGs, classic demods, DinkSmallwood, the original game, whatever. If you are just simply looking for a game to play, demod to play, or whatever you wanna call it, well, you will want to download it. So that's my review on Prophecy of the Ancients, and I will be seeing you in my next video.